Hello and a warm welcome to this analysis. Now, today's talk is Mphasis, the IT company with a market cap of 40,000 crores. Now, if when we look at the quarterly charts, you can see it's had a decent run, but it does tend to retest the Ichimoku baseline time and again, after its takeoffs once, twice, and all that. Now, currently, we are seeing a slight down out here. Now, it's too early days to consider that this would be making a triangle. That is, if it turns from here and does something like this, and then like this, and then tries to take off. But that's too far fetched thinking. Let's not get there right now, too early days. But we keep in mind that there is a slanting channel out here in the quarterly charts. Now, the quarterly charts, as per Ichimoku, have a support at near 2000 and a resistance at 2400. So a very narrow range for a stock of near 2100 is just broken down this quarter, which has just started in April below the conversion line and now approaching the baseline out here. Let's have a look at the monthly chart and try to configure what looks out here. Now, in the monthly chart, this could possibly, this entire move could also be, a rounding bottom which has taken place, and this subsequent fall would be a handle formation out here. So we could have a kind of a cup and handle taking place in this scenario, but early days to consider that. But I'm keeping that factor open for now, which is also the reason why I suggested the triangle like structure, because cup and handles do try to make that formation look like a triangle. Now, in the monthly chart, the support is at 2000, which matches with our quarterly charts. The resistance is at 2400, which is again identical above 2400 26. So the first support and resistance matches with quarterly. Failure to hold 22,000 will open the stock for all the way down to 1600. So that's a fear factor. This is a very, very important level out here. And also, as per Ichimoku, it's a long flat Senkou B support. Such supports tend to work beautifully, at least pause or decline if there is in the stock for quite some decent time before it gives up from here. So that's the level we are looking at in the monthly. Let's have a look at the weekly charts and try to analyze. Now, in the weekly chart, you can see out here from the month of September till December, it's a kind of a double top which saw a breakdown below 2750. Now, in harmonic trading patterns, we have a dragon structure for this, which has completed its first target near 2200. If it fails to hold this 2000 sorry level, then we are talking about the next dragon target, which is near 1750 for the stock. So those are the factors we will be looking in mind for that. So the resistance in the support in the weekly, like I said, again 2000. If that doesn't hold, it's like crazy down. The resistance at 2300, 20 two sorry 2250, 2400, 2600, then 2800 are the levels to watch out for. Now let's have a look at what the daily time frame is telling us. Now, before I go into the daily time frame details, the derivative data for the stock, the futures, on Wednesday had a 2.5% decline with a 6.65% OI addition. That is, fresh shorts were added. But if I look at the last 5 day decline, which is 14.5%, which is quite steep, the OI addition is only 15%, which is suggesting that the fall that we saw from 2400 all the way to 2050 has not seen that much of addition of shorts, fresh shorts. For 15% OI addition against a 15% price decline is nothing much. Too low. It should have been much higher. So this is not smart money addition now happening, not much of short build up taking place in the stock, which is a good sign. The daily support is coming in at 2050. The option data for the stock is not that great. It's not a very liquid stock in the options, but nevertheless, highest OI interest is at 2100 put, 2200 put, and the coin on the call side 2500 and 2600. The resistance in the daily time frame is at 2300, again matches with our weekly, then 2600 and 2800. 2600 is the cloud entry here. Now in the daily you can also see that a lot of people would consider this as a, it's not a classical head and shoulder pattern, but we could call it one like this, left right shoulder leaning downwards, which saw this breakdown. Now this breakdown has done 2x Fibonacci of the entire structure fall, so that's been completed for the time being. Let's have a look at what the hourly time frame tells us from here for the immediate short term trading point of view. Here, the entire structure is still bearish. There is no short covering signal, will come only above 2175. Above, sustaining above that hourly close, we will see some short covering trying to pull the price back to 2300, then 2400 odd levels. Now, before I go into a final assessment of what I consider could be the possibility of this stock from a medium to long term point of view, let's have a look at the seasonals in the chart, which you can see it in Tradingview. The stock has a history of declining in the first 4 months of the year. You can see that 23, 24, 25 continuous declines take place. It tends to stagnate, consolidate in the month of May and June, and mid-April to June is the consolidation period. And then in the last previous 2 years, we saw a decent rally build up slowly to in after June, and then a strong move up takes place in the stock for some time. So the likelihood of decline, if we go by exactly what last 2 years have done, could be coming to a pause held now and some bounce or consolidation if we go by exactly what has happened in the past. Now, my reading of the stock is that if 2000 holds, very good. Otherwise, the stock is in grave danger on the downside. No, so that's an immediate risk setup for me, risk reward. Upsides, my reading is that this levels of 20 through 50, 2300, 2600 are not going to be, and again 2800 are not going to be that easy to break on the first. Of course they are quite capable, but they won't happen in an instant move or like that, a sharp rally. They will take their time, consolidate, pull back, etc., and happen. And we never know that this entire structure of the decline, if you can see that, and this possible rise could form the handle of the preceding cup out here, which would be a bullish thing. And if you have seen just classical charts, then the cup and handle formations do look like triangles, and that was what I was trying to say, that there is a possibility that we could see something like this going forward and small pullback into this side, and then a probable breakout in the medium to long term if the handle structure is going to play out. Also, if you notice, the decline of the handle is a corrective in nature, which gives more confidence that there is a good possibility that the resultant reversal could be with the main trend direction on the upside. So that's my overall reading of the stock. Now, a disclaimer: this is not a trading or investing advice to you. This is a video based on the studies of Ichimoku, harmonics, and classical patterns. Use it as an educational purpose. Please do your study carefully, thoroughly before taking a call on trading or investing in the stock. Now, I hope this video is of help to you. So please do like it, share it, and do follow me for regular stock and index ideas. Until then, all the best with your trading and happy investing.